Yo, yo, yo. Oh my gosh. I haven't used my PNG tuber since wastewell. Oh my gosh. Oh my days, dude. It's been so long. It's actually crazy. Wait. I haven't run this instance in so long as well. Where's the reduce FPS? Yeah, I think. Wow. Oh my days. Wow. We have it. Wow. It's so weird to play on vanilla Minecraft. It's so weird to play in vanilla Minecraft. What am I doing? This is not... Ignore this. This is supposed to be like a green screen kind of thing that I have for, like, you know, when I inevitably make actual YouTube videos. I have the wastewell lament skin on. Can I set the time? Today. Can I... Advanced time, false. Alright. Hi. This will be just a really quick after talk thing, because man, I'm like depressed. Fuck. I really, oh my gosh. Hi, Juno. Oh my gosh, dude. You guys. It's so weird playing on vanilla Minecraft, especially with my PNG tuber. Look at this guy. Look. I'm actually using him. That's crazy. Look. Yo. It's been so long. Yo. Dude. Oh my days. Wow. Oh, wastewell has fucked me over, bro. Jeez. I'm really just doing this because Toon and I just kind of like wanted to talk about stuff after everything. I'm just not normal. I'm just not normal about this. Yeah. Kind of like, maybe also like talking about some behind the scenes stuff. What was the thought process behind everything? Because why would I do that? Right? First SMP, and this is how it ends for me. Wow. I should... Wow. Oh my days. Freaking... Yes, so... Toon prompt me to talk about something before I just start saying anything and everything. Let me look at my document. I have a document of, you know, all things wastewell. Oh yeah, I never like properly released Lament's profile because I only did that in the wastewell Discord server. So yeah, let's talk about who Lament is. Lament is 23 years old. That's 2 years older than Florian. He's 23. He's male, he, him, queer. Though, fun fact, in day 4 when he meets Florian, Florian asks, what are your pronouns? He was like, I don't care. But technically, he, him. He's a part of the Scorchers, as we all know. He was an unwilling defector from the Tidemakers because he went missing for like 1 whole year. Yeah, and then like you saw what he was like throughout the 30 days. His personality, very flawed. I really hate this guy. I hate this guy. Toon, let me look at T-0011. Let me go check that. Characters, T-0011. Toon, aka Toon. The name Toon came from Lament. From the Toon memory file audio, Lament named them there. Out of spite. And Heartelligence, robot. Like human to android. Your stupid intro, bro. Let me read the backstory you deliberately wrote. I'm gonna read it to everyone, okay? This is what it says, okay? Your humble I cannot read. Your humble subject turned android, a dashing servant here to aid every member of the Intelligence faction that you can use for your disposal. Whether it's protection, assistance, or experimentation, they can do it. Although they were one of the first prototypes, so they're prone to malfunction. So handle them with care, okay? Additional info, you know what you said? I promise my character is friendly sometimes. Are we sure about that? Actually, no, yeah. Toon was quite friendly. Very, very silly guy. That was Toon. Actually, you know what's funny? I found Wastewell, right, on Twitter, and I was like, wow, I should like totally apply for this. And then I applied, and then I forgot when it was, might have been like a few days later. I was like, oh yeah, Toon, I applied for this SMP. You should like totally also do it. So then Toon also applied. Little did we know that it would change the trajectory of our freaking lives. Yeah. Originally, I wanted, one of the base ideas I had was meant for just be a straight up tide maker, but I feel like many people would be a tide maker. So I was like, Scorcher. I don't think many people would be a Scorcher. So I went with that. Toon, you should start talking about your creative process. Come on. Yep. I was thinking, right, about the man over here. A lot of things were improv along the way. Matter of fact, the whole backstory behind the eye was, I came up with it a day before Wastewell. Because the thing was, I actually, what do you call this? Like, I knew that I wanted some like weird messed up backstory for the eye. I just couldn't come up with one yet. And then it hit me just a day before. I was like, wait. I know something that could be really messed up. Cannibalism. I was like, yep, I guess that's the route we're going for. And so, yeah, there's the whole Lament backstory. So, yeah, it's kind of the first time I made an OC with the design first before going to the actual like backstory and stuff. Why did I name it that? There's without the hat and the visor. Oh, he's so ugly, bro. Fuck over a robot was always part of the plan. Really? Really? You know, a little funny thing about Toon's creative process for T-0011. And I'm not really part of the creative process, but more like a general thing. Toon is just like Toon, right? Toon Sona. So T-0011 is like, you know, a little variant of that. Toon would always tell me, oh my gosh, I'm playing this slightly evil character. It's so weird to see Toon like this. Boy, you set that system up, man. You did that to yourself. For me, I never thought Lament's direction would go this way. I really never thought it would become like this. I just remember I was like, what was like, something like, I knew that some people would have beef with them. Me and Toon already agreed from the get-go that Toon and Lament would have beef. I just didn't think that the whole thing with Florian would end up this way. So, yeah, you know, kind of crazy. Yeah. What else? Like around the early stages of development, like, I mean, what are some early Wastewell stuff? As soon as I got accepted, I immediately worked on the character design because I thought that was the one thing that I would spend the most time on, which I did. If I'm gonna pull up the project right now, I'll see how many hours that took. The reference sheet. Same for me, I would break free from the mind control. Have a mental break, but I always thought I would get. Bro. Well, you didn't kill anyone. Unlike Lament over here. So is a Lament. Oh my gosh, that is not real. That is not real. That is not real. Project of the reference sheet, because I went through so many different design changes. If I made a speed paint, it's just so crazy. 36 hours and 13 minutes for the Lament character sheet to be drawn. Yeah, that's how much of a struggle I was going through with the character design. And eventually I was like there's just no other way out of it. He's gonna look edgy. So we go with that. And, you know, that's how it went for character design. Yeah. I had, you know, I always knew that I was gonna make a bunch of art for Wastewell and Lament especially. I did... I have one draft. The very first art I was supposed to make was like... The tune should remember this. It's like a back view of Lament. Technically, I had such a hard time with this that I gave up on it because of like the angle. Because it's a back view of Lament. And it's like he's shirtless because you can then see what the skin under his clothing looks like, and it's all weird and freaky. There's like scars everywhere. There's his spine. But like the OG idea was that his spine was supposed to be glowing. That was the OG idea, because I started making this before I came up with the backstory, and I was like, wow, weird like spine, you know. And like I thought it would be like a funny callback to my Sona's design, because the back of my Sona, his polo that he's wearing is like, you know, cut up into like a rib cage kind of design, kind of like a, you know, little callback to that. And I just never finished the piece because of how difficult it was. I will get back to it. And yeah, I also have like small sketches of previous Lament designs, aka like Tidemaker Lament, back when he was a Tidemaker, as well as Test Subject Lament is already, you know, there's art of that. But there's Tidemaker Lament, and what's funny is I sent this to like Curry once, and he was like, he looks I forgot if Curry said that, or Toon, did you say that, or was that Curry? But someone told me that he looked like Welt Yang, and I was like, oh shit, he does look like Welt. Let me grab the picture. I'm gonna try to pull it up on stream if I can. Just like, you know, a little thing, because I did want to make Tidemaker Lament fan art. Maybe you like Florian Lament art, like, you know, because like, you know, they're childhood best friends and stuff like that. Yeah, let me attempt to pull up the picture of, yeah, hold up, can I get it? Wait, let me check this. Oh wait, no, I have to save the image. We'll call the file Laments. Meet the Laments. With that, I can also put the image. Let's find the image. Okay, it might just jump scare you. Okay, yep. Why is it like that? Why does just OBS just do that? Okay, man. Can I... Is there an easier way to like resize when you import pictures, dude? It's so annoying. Every time I do this on OBS, it is so stressful. Or is it because the file, the canvas size is really big? Okay, yeah. Here, look. So this is like the concept, right? Tidemaker Lament over here. Shorter hair than he has now. Glasses, a scarf, brown eyes. And then the experiments happen. This is a really bad sketch, but don't worry about it. his hair goes long because, you know, they could not care less to cut his hair, you know. Think about it. He loses a lot of weight because of, like, him refusing to eat a lot. And then Scorcher Lament. So yeah, that's the yeah. That's the yeah. Okay. Baby Lament is so well, but yeah. Toon, do you have like prototype T-0011 designs or anything of the sort? Anything like that? Let me see. Because I'm trying to think if I have like other prototype Lament stuff. There's that. Other art I was supposed to make. One of them was the one I described earlier. The other one is a redraw of an album cover. It's a Filipino song. Pag-ibig ay kanibalismo 2, which is it was a pretty big song. The cover, I could not be bothered to pull it up right now, but it was technically person holding up a. Let me look at it again. I'm actually forgetting my memory. Where is it? Let me look at it, because I really plan to redraw it. Okay, yeah, person with a like a really bloody hand, blood all over the mouth, kind of thing. It's quite simple. I just thought of like redrawing it with Lament because of the whole cannibalism thing. And then we have all the other arts that I've put up. I made so much art, which is crazy because before Wastewell, I was like, wow, I can't draw anything right now. And then Wastewell happened, I was like, wow, I should draw everything. The broken open chest with a visible heart for a robot was a design idea I had a while back. No, I'm not sure if there's an actual prototype. The concept was there. Oh, yeah, but the skin making process, just a little bit of that. As you can see, Lament has like an exposed back with like, you know, the rib like, you know, cutout thing. You know, as like per what most people would do, I just took my Sona skin and like edited it to become Lament. But as I was in the middle of doing it, I was like, wow, this looks so bad. The skin color doesn't match, the clothes doesn't match, the hair color doesn't match, nothing is working. I ended up just starting everything from scratch again, which I'm glad I did because now it looks better. Yep. Oh, look at him. He's so evil. I hate this guy. What are the other funny behind the scenes stuff? Let's see. I'm looking at like the Wastewell stuff I've written. I had a list of things I wanted to do once I got a clearer vision of how Lament's storyline could go. Hold up. Toon art before being a robot and skin. Dude! Toon art before being a robot? You have to show the people, bro. You have to show the people. Like, I would love to see it. Pre-robot Toon indeed, bro. Later, how dare you? It's so easy to just show me it and I'll put it up on the stream. Yeah, cause behind the scenes before, you know, we did day 30, I hopped on call with Toon. I was like, okay, let's start, like, you know, let's like make sure the game plan's gonna work. I hop on call and she is just the most depressed I've ever heard her. I was like, yo, what's happening? They're just like I'm getting ready, I'm getting in character, and I'm so sad, I'm crying. I'm like, oh. So it makes sense that Toon's just having a really bad headache right now. She cried a lot before the stream and on the stream. So I'm surprised I don't have a headache. I mean, I haven't cried as much as Toon, so it makes sense. Hold up. What was I saying before I... Something... Huh? Oh my gosh, my memory is so bad. Yeah. The list of things I wanted to do on Wastewell. It's referring to its story. Hello? Okay, let me just check it up on my document real quick. I have a document right here. So I have a list of ideas, right, for what I wanted to do. We have meet Toon, meet Florian. And then we have the Tidemaker's memory dream. And then right after that, have a very mild near panic attack in front of Florian. Not a full-blown, just like close to it. Right, so that happened. And then we have the memory file. Crash out on Florian. Which, wow. Wow. That was kind of crazy. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I code it every now and then just to like traumatize like Toon. Florian, do you think I'm a violent person? Like really, do you think I have a choice other than to be hostile towards those who I know can and will hurt me? Right? And then there was an even worse crash out. An even worse crash out where I slapped him twice, happened a few days ago. And which was the worst timing Lament could have ever done, because right after that Florian fucking dies, you know. The Florian dying thing, did not expect that, but due to circumstances we had to kill Florian off. And Curry looked at me, right, and he was like, hey, it's kind of hard to just like, you know, end myself. What if we have Lament kill Florian? I was like, wow, that is the worst thing you could ever have suggested to me. Let's do it. So we do it. Yeah. And you know, there's everything that happened today. Which, oh my gosh, I had to like prepare a lot for yesterday. Me dying was always part of the plan. Me dying was also part of the plan. Both of us, bro. It just so happened that like, I was like thinking, why would Lament die though? And then it came to me in a vision, like after day one, it came to me in a vision. And it looked so cinematic, just like the sun setting, but instead of the sky being like, you know, the normal sunset color, it was straight up just like the sun setting orange, but the night sky was just pitch black, and it looked like very eerie but cool, right? And there's just like this weird vision I got, okay? And then like Toon and Lament would be talking, and Lament gets like really mad at Toon and stuff, and I was like, wait, oh my gosh, what if it's like the end of everything? And so Lament kills Toon as revenge, and then himself, because he has nobody anymore. What were like other ideas we had for Toon and Lament? Because like we kind of also just improvised along the way with other stuff. I think Toon having done the whole thing in the memory file was like, we came up with that. I don't know, and we were like, wait, no, let's make a memory file. Like, oh yeah, let's do that. Other thing we had planned was just another like suggestion we had. Concept was Lament and Toon knew each other before, but I was like, it probably would have been like eventually we dropped the idea, and I like the direction we went. That, you know, they just knew each other because of her intelligence. But Lament was like kind of there to see Toon transform, and so Lament knew that Toon was human. Yep. What are your fun facts I could share about wastewell? Tune ideas now. A little fun fact. I'm gonna share this because Toon can't do anything to stop me. We had a game plan, right? We're like, oh yeah, okay, our characters hate each other, right? But if by day 15, both of us just don't have like a friend we made on the server and like, you know, hang out with lore-wise, let's get Lament and Toon together. We're gonna get like have more interactions and they can have this weird what are they? Like Toon's gender is a question mark. So like Yaoi? I don't know. Something like that. Toxic Yaoi or whatever, I don't know. Something like that, yeah. That was like a backup plan we had if by like 15 days then we couldn't like, you know, have anyone to like really play a lot with. But you know, I'm glad, you know, Florian came along with me at least, and then Toon also had like some other Heartelligence peeps, right? Yep. So yeah, that happened. Great stuff. I'm still so weirded out by me playing on vanilla, bro. What is this? Bro. Let me go to this village real quick. Oh, it's so strange, dude. 1 month of wastewell does things to you. Hashtag we love curry. True. That's the goat. Yeah, I want to talk about the memory files. So, the first, because I have 3, right? Memory 1 was the 2-minute one. Lament has a dream about being a tidemaker, being kicked out of the tidemakers, I guess. That one I always had meant for it to be short. I voiced one of the tidemakers in there. And then our good best friend Lappy, aka Gelato, aka Mod here, aka my best friend, voiced the other tidemaker. Cause I was like, wait, if I'm gonna make audio files, I might as well get my friends on it, right? So I got Lappy on that one. For number 2, which ended up being longer than I expected, the Toon memory file, at a whopping 7 to 8 minutes. I did not expect it to be that long. It ended up being that long. Behind the scenes for that was really stupid. Good night if you go to sleep, Toon. Yeah. Yeah, the memory file. Oh my gosh, guys, you have no clue. The making of that was so crazy. Technically for all 3 files, I wrote all the scripts. I did all of the audio mixing to the best of my poor capabilities. And for the T-0011 memory, good night, Toon, was actually, I would write a little bit of Toon's lines and I would just like tell Toon, yo, like, I don't know what bro would say here, so you say, you write it down. This guy, writing the script took so long. I'm gonna shit talk Toon now because they're gone. Writing the script for the memory file took so long because Toon kept messing around. Like, I have genuine just receipts of this guy just not writing shit seriously, dude. Hold up. Hold up. Let me find it because there's a screenshot that I sent to Curry while we were in the middle of making it. Hold up. Let me look for it here. It's the part where Lament goes, don't you have a name too? Like, let me get this straight. You're still human and you have a name. And then the T-0011 goes, right? My name is T-0011. Toon could not be serious for shit. Wrote down break dances in front of you. There's other more BS, dude. They changed it to start to break dancing. And I was like, boy, get serious. And there's other more stuff where the part, it might have been the part where, let me check the script to get the facts right. The part where Lament goes, you know what? I'm giving you a name out of spite. That part. I'm exposing Toon here, okay? Toon was supposed to write a response to that, and they just wrote, wow, oh my, something along the lines. Wait, no, I can check revision history. I can actually just say it word for word. If I find the right... Wait, oh my gosh. I can technically find it. Wait. Where is it? Okay, here. I found it. Toon writes, and I quote, okay, in response to Lament. That's so romantic. Let's make it right now like sloppy style or some shit. I eat your eyeball and then I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading all that. I'm not reading all that. So the writing of the script actually took a while. And as punishment, I told Toon, yo, you collect all the sound effects I need. So for that file, Toon collected all the sound effects, the ambience and stuff. As well as for the Florian Lament file, because I was like, I'm running out of time, can you get the SFX for me as well? And she was like, okay, sure. So credits to Toon for helping me actually like work on the audios themselves. But yeah, script writing the memory file was like the worst experience of all time. And fun fact, sorry, about that file. 2 scientists were there, right? Scientist 1, Scientist 2. Scientist 2, later being revealed to be Lament's mother, is also real-life friends of ours. We kind of just like gave them a little side story that they're like kind of like gay and shit, I guess. I don't know. Audio 3 was a not very last-minute thing. Yeah, okay, let me just explain a little bit of that lore. Yes, so that was... Okay, so Scientist 2, right? I mentioned it when I get home after listening to the memory file. I mentioned to Florian that like, oh, one of the scientists sounded really gentle, right? And Lament makes a passing guess. He was like, was that my mother? It's like, nah, it can't be. It was in fact his mother. The basically backstory, TLDR, is Lament's mother is a scientist at Heartelligence. Dad was a voluntary test subject. Lament this whole time was like, I don't like Heartelligence. So he joined the Tidemakers. And his mom at first really is like respectful of that. It's like, okay, we have differing ideals. That's fine. Come freaking the day. The one, let me get it, bro. The one thing. What was it? Hold up, I'm trying to find the actual file itself. Where is it, dude? Wait. So technically the 3 different memories in the Florian Lament audio. The first one was their reunion after Lament gets kicked out of the Tidemakers and becomes a Scorcher, right? First time they've ever seen each other since that happened. The second, it glitches out, right? It glitches because Lament's about to crash out. Glitch, fizzles out, cuts mid-conversation to Lament talking to Florian about like, oh yeah, my mom, blah, blah, blah. Also, my dad might be low-key dying. I haven't heard from him because mom doesn't want me to talk to him. And it's like, oh wow, that is so miserable, bro. That was the day before Lament got kidnapped. Because he didn't know that his dad was already dead. And at the end of that memory, he was just like, I'm gonna talk to my mother about that and stuff. He does talk to his mom about that and stuff, and finds out that he is dead. He still wants to meet up with Florian anyways the next day. Lo and behold, he's waiting for Florian, he gets kidnapped. So imagine being Florian, going up to your usual spot that you hang out with your friend, your brother figure. For some reason, all you see is the scarf he likes to wear, and you wait there for hours, and he's just not there anymore. And no matter what you do, you cannot find him. He's just gone. So, yeah. Yeah. That was really evil, man. Why did I agree to that? Jeez. Jeez. Okay. The third memory was the one I struggle with the most because it's them as children. And you know, you gotta go high pitch for that, right? Yeah. But I was like, okay, but to make up for the difficulty of actually voicing this, I need to make this as fluffy as possible for maximum effect and to make it really hurt, right? The original order of these three memories in the one audio was supposed to be oldest to most recent, right? So childhood, the day before Lament gets kidnapped, and then the reunion. I was like, no, wait, it would hurt more if the last memory was a time when everything was just simpler, right? So I reversed the order. I had their childhood memory last. And that was the longest memory. Because I wrote a lot. Had a little like backstory of like, you know, the Lament's fascination with dandelions. And you know how as a kid he always just liked sand, I guess. It just shows, you know, that they were really close even as kids. Oh my gosh. Even I got sad writing it, dude. Like, I had Toon and Dulce, the friend who voiced Lament's mom, listen to it and they're like, wow, you should die. And I was like, Dulce doesn't know. She doesn't know. But yeah, I still get sad about the childhood memory, man. They're just silly. And also, it's, you know, it was also a challenge to write it because, you know, children. It's hard to characterize children, really. So, yeah. Yep. I think the memory file that I had the most difficulty with was the second one, T-011's memory file, because, you know, I screamed in it. Backstory about that scream, I took 3 separate takes for that. And I ended up just going with the first one. And the thing about me is that my house has paper thin walls. So with the paper thin walls, I was like, okay, how do I scream with these conditions? And I was like, okay, yeah, pillows can muffle, right? I kind of had no choice but to work with what I had because I don't have a closet I can just go in. So I just had to find a spot in the room to surround myself with pillows and record. The best spot I could think of for some reason was the floor in front of my desk, beside my chair. So I set up my mic on the floor. I put a bunch of pillows surrounding me along with a blanket. And I was just genuinely hunched over on the floor, which worsened my scoliosis. This might have worsened my scoliosis. I was just hunched on the floor, and I was like, okay, let's just do it. And then I just screamed. I was like, okay, it works. Because nobody came knocking on my door asking what I was doing. So I take it as a win. It's just that put my throat in a bad place for the next 2 days. I got sick the day after I recorded that for some reason. But yeah, I got sick. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fine now. And yep. that's mainly what I can share about the audio files, because like there's not a lot else to say about it. Oh yeah, original vision for the T-0011 memory was Toon eats Lament's eye. I was like, wait, no. It would be better if they force-fed Lament his own eye. Because again, the whole reason that they were having this conversation anyways is because Toon is like, you should eat your food. You haven't eaten in 36 system hours. 34 system hours. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't think I should ever like scream like that again, because it like might genuinely fuck me over forever. I'll find a way to like safely scream. But until then, I'll probably have to hold off from the screaming. The whole dandelion thing was also a purely coincidental. That the only flowers you could just genuinely find on Wastewell are dandelions. It is like Curry and I were like trying to like, you know, get dynamics before, you know, the Wastewell started. And then he was like, oh yeah, Florian gives flowers to his friends, right? So what's Lament's favorite flower? I was like, I just pulled up Minecraft flowers, and the first thing my eyes landed on was dandelion. I was like, okay, yeah, he likes dandelions. Come day one, I log in, and the only flowers you ever see are dandelions. I was like, there's no shot. There's no shot. It worked in my favor. I got a bunch of dandelions and Wastewell. That's a good thing. What are other just things that worked in my favor? Oh yeah. Earlier, I already planned that's how Lemon's gonna go out, right? I did not practice, or like I just told myself, okay, I'm gonna BS my way into like doing the cut from the jump to like Lemon hitting the ground. And Dulce, I told her, yo, you should totally watch my stream. So she was. And she sent a video of her reacting to Lament's death. And I saw how the video, how like the stream actually worked. I was like, oh, I timed that right. All you can hear is Lament just falling on the ground and dying. Great. And then I was like, okay. I did mess up playing the memories, the Florian Lament memories on Saturday, cause not really like mess it up. No, I did. Cause I forgot to mute my game. So like in the first memory, there's just like a really short bit where you can hear me walking. And then the chest opens. I was like, wait, that was really loud. The audio is playing right now. So then I muted the game and then I just, yeah. And also, you know, a lot of things failed that day. Also me just dying of overheating. Really horrendous timing. Yes. Yeah, but it's whatever. And also, I've been tweeting on Twitter about, like, you know, how I felt about Florian dying. It was so bad. The entirety of yesterday, and also today in the morning, I was just so out of it. Like, every time I remotely think of anything Wastewell related, there's just this genuine hollow feeling in my gut. I was like, wow, it hurts. Well, Toon is next and I'm next, so it's gonna hurt even more. But yeah. Florian. Oh, Florian. Oh, my days. It's so sad, dude. Why, like, first SMP experience, this is what I do. Like, I'm like the worst. I'm the worst, bro. Again. Well, now that my time on Wazel is over, I actually have to do stuff, right? AKA frickin' release the day 1, day 2 video, which I have edited, I just haven't recorded voiceovers for, because I'm really busy. I'm still very busy. I think part of the reason that I decided to like kill off Lament on Wastewell is because I'm getting really busy. I have a lot of stuff I've yet to submit, and I will be soon graduating from senior high school, so you know I gotta lock in, or else I, God forbid, don't graduate, knock on wood. Okay. So, yeah. Would I have loved to stay in Wastewell for longer? Of course. Of course. But for now, this is the end of that story. And I'm really happy that it turned out the way it has. I'm like really glad with the way everything went. Like, it just has to happen, you know? It's a canon event. So, yeah. Because genuinely, my academics have been put in harm's way because of Wastewell. To be fair, in my defense, okay? This me being honest, okay? You know, like a lot of people, gaming is, you know, how I like, you know, deal with, like, you know, I cope, right? Or like, you know, stress relief. So I've been playing a lot of Minecraft, I've been playing a lot of Wastewell, off stream as well. Well. It just comes to a point where I'm like, should I even do schoolwork? Nah, I don't have to, which I do have to. I will be doing work as soon as I end the stream. I have 1, 2, 3 things to do. 4 or 5, around that number. Yep. So yeah, I'm actually gonna lock in with academics. Might not stream tomorrow, might not stream on... I can't stream tomorrow, right. I cannot. I'm not sure about Wednesday. I might take a break first to fully focus on school, and then maybe I'll stream on Thursday. And yeah. I'm really gonna miss Wastewell. Like, maybe I have a feeling that like by the time I end the stream, I'm just gonna start bawling. It's the gut feeling I'm already getting. I'm just gonna start bawling, like, oh my god, it's over 1 month of consuming me whole every day. That people who don't even care about Minecraft know about this because I keep telling them, oh yeah, this roleplay, this Minecraft roleplay I'm in is kind of crazy. And I'm gonna talk about it again. Oh yeah, my character died, I killed them off. It's so bad. Yeah, so once I get my academics sorted out, I can focus on streaming again. Also actually finally post day 1, day 2. And maybe a few months down the line, if I can, I'll post a full-length YouTube video of Lament's story on Wastewell. It's something I kind of want to do for the SMPs I join. You know, especially, you know, the lore-heavy ones. Kind of something I want to do. Because I love documenting stuff. I like, you know, piecing together, you know, just the whole story in one cohesive video. How am I gonna do that shit, bro? That is a problem for future me. That is a problem for future me. But for now, I think the first YouTube video I'll ever like officially get out is day 1, day 2. And yeah. That has been Wastewell SFP. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I am so sad. You should do that for Raven's Hollow. Oh my Raven's Hollow. Oh, I'm so sad. I'm even sadder, bro. Oh well. But this is not the end of Wastewell content, because as I mentioned, you know, I'm gonna make the day 1, day 2 video a full length video down the line. I still have some art ideas. I think Toon also has some art ideas. I also have not really animatics, like one of those art TikTok trends. I have an idea for that. I'm probably gonna work on it like starting tomorrow. So the wasteful content still won't stop. The art related content, because I like to draw. And also me, Curry, and Toon have been planning, right? We're gonna play Bed Wars in character. Juno, how did you clock that? How did you clock it? I didn't even say what it was gonna be, dude. I didn't even say it. Yeah. Big secrets out. That's what I'm working. Excuse me? Okay, dude. That's what I'm gonna be working on. I'm gonna do that for Lament and Florian. T-0011 doesn't deserve that. But I'm gonna be doing that for Lament and Florian. So I've already kind of storyboarded it a bit. So yeah, we'll be getting to work on that. The art won't stop coming. We'll probably have the in-character Bed Wars maybe by the end of this week. Probably when Curry's back. Something like that. The idea only came was because what was that? What's the word? I spontaneously told Toon and Curry, yo, let's play Bed Wars. They're like, you know what? Yeah, let's play Bed Wars. And so we played Bed Wars. I was like, we suck. We kinda suck. But So it's a good idea to play it in character because it'll be really funny. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, I think... Oh, I'm so sad. I'm not on wastewell anymore. I'm so sad, dude. I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so sad. I am so sad. Guys, I think he's sad. It's so depressing. I will be posting stuff about wastewell still. Again, content art. And, yeah, I'll be posting, some VOD clips, maybe. List of SMP. Sure. I've applied to 2 right now. Oh, guys, whoopsie, I might be in another SMP again. Oh my god. The roleplay never ends, guys. That's the thing about me. I started streaming for the reason that I got Minecraft on Christmas, and I was like, yeah, now I have got to do roleplay. So here we are. First ever SMP experience is, this wastewell. And it's been very delightful. I cannot stress enough how much I'm glad to have been in wastewell. It's really good. I love it. And I made a new friend, Curry. I think, it's really great. I love wastewell. It'll be, something I hold very dear to my heart. I'll never stop talking about it. Years down the line, I'll be in more SMPs by then, but I'll just keep going, guys. Oh yeah, guys. I remember my first love. Wastewell SMP. Wow. Good times. Yeah. I'm really gonna miss playing on wastewell. But yeah. That will be the end of this chapter for Lament's story. You might see him again in a future SMP if I decide to bring him back. Though, typically I've always planned to just make different characters for every SMP. But if I do bring Lament back, it might be under a different name, just almost similar design. So with the hair, the weird fricked up eye, similar motifs and such. Kind of like a Lament variant. A variant of a variant. Because Lament is a variant of Isona, and then if I'm gonna make a Lament variant, that's a variant of a variant. The variantception. Yep. I'm so sad. I'm not gonna be able to sleep, actually, dude. I'm so sad. That has been it for me, Toon, and also Curry's experience of wastewell SMP. So it's been great. Hopefully we'll have some or SMPs to join down the line. The roleplay never stops. And you know, I feel like in the future, if I look back on Wastewell, I feel like I'm still gonna make some art stuff of it. Because truly, I will hold this dear to my heart. Very much so. Yep. I'm so sad. You know, yesterday... Wait. There it is. You know, yesterday before the stream, I actually, like, started taking pictures around different places on Wastewell. Because I was like, okay, like, if I'm not gonna log back on, I want some pictures around these places on the time. I took pictures around the house and stuff. Yeah. That will be it for Wastewell. Yep. That will be it for Wastewell. If I want to share more behind the scenes stuff, then I'll probably on Twitter. It's the platform I'm most active on. So, yep. Oh, I'm gonna miss Wastewell so much, bro. But hey, I'm finally gonna start playing with my freaking PNG tuber again, dude. Yay! I miss this guy. Yep. Will be it. Just wanted to, like, you know, share some small stuff about Wastewell before, like, I take a few days break and stuff. Yep, you can find me on the Bird app. I tweet a lot there. And yep, that should be it. Thank you to the peoples who have been there along the way, aka Juno, Curry, Toon, my IRL friends who have, you know, helped me out with the audios and also, you know, caught up with the story. Thank you. And also, you know, to like the new viewers and such. Thank you guys. Yep. What will be the next stream? That's a really good idea. It's either going to be Forever World with Toon, or I'll finish the last route that I have to do into Eat a God. It's like a break from Minecraft. We'll see. Probably gonna be to Eat a God, so I can just get it over with. And also because I'm excited to get the route. But yeah, for now, that'll be it for playing on Wastewell. No more Wastewell streams from now on, but the content on other platforms will not stop coming. They will still be there. So that no more Wastewell streams. Ew, that's so sad to say. Aww. Alright. Alright, that's all. Because I gotta go and I gotta work. So, thanks for watching my journey on Wastewell SMP. I will be back. I hope I'll get into more roleplays. And until then, that should be it for now. Say bye-bye to Lemon. Bye-byes. Aww. Aw, look at this guy. We need to kill him. He's dead, man. Alright, that should be it. Thanks for hopping along. I will now go and take my leave. Bye-byes.